Hello, welcome to Stampin' by Hannah today. Thank you so much for joining me. Once again, I do apologise for the fact that I am not live this week. I have also just run up the stairs, so I'm a little bit out of breath. The cat was screaming outside, and I ran up the stairs, and my voice is a bit croaky as well. Excuse me. So, welcome to Stampin' by Hannah. Thank you so much for joining me today. I normally go live on a Wednesday night at 7:30, but I'm actually on my holidays this week. So I've pre-recorded this video the Friday before I fly, where everything's completely manic and a bit crackers. But I thought I need to get this video done and up. So I thought I would share with you this week the Happiness Abounds or Hues of Happiness suite. So we've got the Happiness Abounds stamp set, which I just adore. The coordinating dies, some beautiful papers, the glossy dots. I haven't used these yet, but they are stunningly pretty. And this paper. Now this paper, the Hues of Happiness paper, is my included, or a little piece of it, I've included in this month's card club. So I thought I would share it with you because it is just stunning. As you can see, I've already been cutting into it. It is the most beautiful hand painted. It looks like oil painting or maybe acrylic. Flowers, rainbows, more flowers, just absolutely beautiful. It has a sort of, like they've painted it on canvas, it's got that sort of, it's not textured, it's completely smooth, but it looks like it's textured. More rainbow, more flowers. Just, I love this paper. Really, really love that. Then there is a little flower on a white background. My list of to-dos and other things I was doing the other night. This piece, which just I absolutely adore. And then we've got a full rainbow. Actually, you do get purple on the bottom. Just gorgeous. And then a kind of, it's almost like little kisses, little rainbow kisses. Just gorgeous. Not using the paper in today's video though. Because today I am just going to use the stamps because these are stunning. I have made this card about 10 minutes ago and just thought that's the card for this week. I'm actually going to send this one to James's Nana for her birthday, which is on the day we get back from holiday. So my plan is to sort of post this today, so that she's got it ready for her birthday on the 23rd. But this one is in So Saffron, and I thought today we would go bold, really bold and really bright, and that we would use Orchid Oasis. This is my new all-time favourite colour. I've decided it is just beautiful. And I did something this time I've never done before with a new annual catalogue and new in colours. I bought all of the blends. I love these. So this is two of the colours. This is Orchid Oasis. So you get two in each pack. So that's light and dark Orchid Oasis. So you can see they're not the same colour as the paper, but they're kind of tones of the paper. And then this duo is Starry Sky, so it's that bit darker and a bit more blue. But I thought I might use some of these as well, because they're very similar colours, just for the flower. So I have coloured these ones in with my So Saffron blends, which I do have on my desk somewhere. Here. And So Saffron, such a kind of subtle colour that the light So Saffron blends pen is basically just cream. It's beautiful. Actually, probably quite a close match to like a very vanilla colour. So if you wanted a very vanilla in a blends pen, that So Saffron Light is probably the colour you want. Like I said, they do come as a pair, so you always get the light one and the dark one for perfect blending. And I'm going to show you a little bit of that today, although I didn't do any blending on my original card, but we're gonna see how it goes. So I have already got my card base, which is just a piece of A4, cut in half, folded in half, to make that. Then I have already gone ahead and done a little bit of die cutting because I'm hopeless with die cutting on camera. So there are a couple of fabulous dies in this. So in this set, so you've got these dies, which cut out both the stamped image and some of the images on the designer series paper. How amazing! Then you've got this piece and this one, which I have currently got washi tape to my cardstock, which cut kind of border pieces. Let's call them borders. So this looks like a notebook. I absolutely adore this. This is like everything I want in a die is right there. So you've got both of those, and I've used that here, which has got. I've also die cut petal pink this morning, so there's little bits of petal pink everywhere. Just lovely, and everything just pops. It's just really lovely. And then you can, if you bend them up a little bit, it makes it look like you've literally torn it out of a notebook. Just so pretty. Then there is this die. Now this, you're looking at that going, well, what does that cut? And I literally did have to grab a scrap piece of cardstock this morning and die and run it through, because I was like, I don't really understand what it's going to do. And it cuts this. Now, all of these pieces might fall out, or they might not. What I did discover earlier on is if I did this and just flick it, all the loose ones just fall out. Now, you could sit there and kind of casually cut, like, poke them all out, or you could get your die brush and roll them all out. I'm going to leave it like that. I really like that kind of half look. And they might well fall out a little bit more as the card sits on the mantelpiece or whatever. You might find some fall out in your envelope. Whatever. I've actually managed to get one of the other die cuts stuck in it. Let's just pop that out. Like I said, I've done quite a lot of die cutting this morning with kind of detailed dies, and everything just kind of ends up kind of clogging together. So that is that piece. So it's all gonna layer up. Just lovely, absolutely. That kind of tone on tone, really lovely look. Then I've got my stamps. I've just dropped that on the floor. Oh, like I said, it's going really well this morning. I have already gone ahead. These are already mounted up because I've already been stamping this morning. So because we're using blends, we're going to use Memento ink. And we're just going to stamp. I've got that really lovely big flower on the bottom. And I am sort of stamping off a little bit. This flower, I'm going to just... I don't want it to be on the edge of the notebook, so I'm just going to pop that there. And then this one, we're going to go in at the top. And that is different from the original. I have moved things around a little bit. But that's fine. This is one of those cards where it really doesn't matter where you stamp all the bits, because it's just going to look really pretty, kind of regardless. So, what I did to colour this card is I've just laid flat colour down. So I'm going to take my light Orchid Oasis pen. This is the first time I've used these pens, I've got to admit. So I don't know how dark this is going to be. And I'm just going to colour, totally flat colour, onto the flower. And I don't tend to colour like that with my blends pens. I sort of bounce the tip a little bit, because I find that because they're an alcohol pen, the alcohol, the colour kind of spreads out when you put it onto the paper. And if you bounce the pen a little bit, you can see where that colour's going to flow to. I hope that makes sense. It's not like it's gushing out of the pen by any means, but I don't want this to go outside of the line. So if you draw right up to the line, sometimes you'll find it bleeds a little bit, and I don't want that look. So I like here, I will do a bit of colouring, just ordinary, as you would expect. But if I'm up to an edge, I will quite often do kind of bouncy colouring, just so that I know it's not going to bleed over. These pens are just so easy to colour with. They just... I love an alcohol pen anyway. I have used a lot of alcohol markers before, but there's something about a Stampin' Blend where, because they come in pairs, you're not having to hunt for lots of different colours. I had another brand of pen a couple of years ago, and I found it really difficult to kind of match the colours they blend together. I know that if I pick up a light and dark version of any colour, they're going to blend together. They're going to give you that seamless, really smooth blend. So you're not going to end up with that weird kind of, oh, it doesn't quite work moment. And if you do, I mean, there are colours that are quite close together. Like this. So if I picked up the light Orchid Oasis and the dark Starry Sky, I think that probably would still blend together because they're that sort of similar tone. But it might be that actually you just need to grab the colour lifter, which is a kind of clear pen that literally just blends the colours together. Or you can lift colour away. So if you think, oh, I meant to leave a white spot and I didn't, you can lift the colour back out with the colour lifter. It's never going to lift it back to white, but it will lift some of that pigment back out of the colour, So you can see the colour, when it initially goes on, it's quite dark, and it does sort of fade out as it dries, which is just lovely, because I did think, oh gosh, that's a little bit too dark, but actually it's not. It's coloured really, really well. So I'm just literally flat laying the colour on. I'm not blending this at all. I am just adding the colour. I'm just going to do this square bit over here. And I am taking the colour right off the cardstock because I'm going right up to the edge. And this is standard Whisper White, basic white, so it is bleeding through a little bit, but I'm not bothered. It's going to stick down onto a card front anyway. So I'm just going to do exactly the same with the other flowers. And actually these other flowers aren't as detailed as this big one. So I am just going to basically scribble the colour on. And I am going to go over the lines because I don't need it to be... I'm not filling this in with anything. So I'm just going to blend that right off. There we go. And then the very centre of this flower, I'm going to leave white for a minute because I'm going to put the dark colour in there. And then the same here. So we're just going to bounce that colour on round the edge. And you can see I did a GCSE in art a very, very long time ago and had it drummed into me that if you're colouring, you colour everything in a little circle. And actually, you don't need to do that with these pens. You can just colour in a straight line and the line will disappear. If you are colouring using your watercolour pencils, then I would highly recommend that you colour in a circle so you don't get those harsh lines. These harsh lines disappear. They will blend out. You can see I do still colour in a circle sometimes because it's just absolute force of habit. So I'm going to just take that up to there, and I'm going to leave that ready for some of the darker colour. So I'm now going to take the dark Orchid Oasis and I'm going to colour all the bits that I left white. Now I could actually just leave these white. It would be absolutely fine if I did that. But I'm not going to. I'm going to just colour them in. So again, just going straight over with my my dark colour, and I'm not doing any blending at all. So there are two ends to your blends pen. I tend to use the bullet tip or the felt tip end, because I just feel like I have more control over the colour that way. I do know other demonstrators who don't ever use the end of this end of the pen, and they only ever use the brush tip. It's absolutely personal preference, and I don't think it really matters which one you use. I'm sure somebody out there will tell me that I should use the brush tip for something and the bullet tip for something else. I'm doing whatever works for me, personally, because that's how I do most of my life. So there we go. I'm going to leave that the centre of that flower completely white for a second, and I'm going to grab my So Saffron marker again. So while I've got this marker out, I'll show you that you've got the brush tip on one end, and the bullet tip on the other. Like I said, it's the bullet tip that I use, just because I know exactly where that colour's going. So that's they're my flowers coloured in. Just beautiful. I have the Happy Birthday sentiment from the Happiness Abounds stamp set. I'm going to stamp in Memento just so it matches the rest of my card. Like so. While I put this card together, I do want to mention to you about the in colour joining offer this month. So the Orchid Oasis and Starry Sky are two of the brand new in colours that launched at the beginning of this month. And during May, Stampin' Up are running this fabulous joining offer where the starter kit to become a part of Stampin' Up, I've put those on my fingers too early, it costs £99, and you always get £130 worth of product of your choice for that amount. You also get there's loads of other benefits, including events, pre-order periods, the friendships. I would never leave Stampin' Up purely because of the people that I've met being a part of it. But in May, as well as your £130 worth of stuff that you can choose, anything off the website, or anything in the catalogue. I don't think you can choose any of the new merchandise, but basically anything else you can put in your starter kit. You can even put clearance items in your starter kit if you really want to. But you also get an in-colour pack, which includes all 5 of the in-colour ink pads, A4 cardstock, designer series paper, and some brand new grid paper that has the in colours on it, and it's just beautiful. I cannot wait to get my hands on it, but I can't order any yet. So if you would like to know more about the joining offer, do drop me a message. Like I said, I'm on holiday this week, but I will, as soon as I get home, I will answer your message. That is my card for today. If you love the designer series paper I showed you at the beginning of this video, do seriously consider joining my card club. It is £12.50 a month. And we have great fun making 3 cards every single month with various different designer series paper. You can always add the stamp set into your kit as well. And thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Don't forget to use the code club if you're shopping as well this month. Do like, comment and subscribe on this video, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.